Hello, and welcome back to Old Age Wisdom. Today, we're exploring the top 3 plant-based proteins that can bring relief if you're dealing with arthritis. We'll look at how you can naturally soothe discomfort and reduce inflammation using simple foods. If arthritis is a part of your life, chances are your medicine cabinet is familiar with various prescriptions and over-the-counter aids. However, there's a vital aspect often overlooked. Powerful, natural strategies exist to help ease your aches and pains, starting directly from your own kitchen. Arthritis isn't just about physical pain. It can truly wear you down emotionally and physically. The persistent aching in your joints, the stiffness that greets you first thing in the morning, the sharp pains that prevent you from enjoying the simple activities you once cherished. It's undeniably exhausting. If you've ever been advised to simply learn to cope with it, I want to assure you today that there are proactive steps you can take. Many individuals don't realize the significant impact their dietary choices have on their daily well-being. Certain foods can unfortunately exacerbate inflammation, while others possess remarkable properties that help calm that internal fire and alleviate discomfort. If you're finding value in exploring these natural approaches, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to Old Age Wisdom for more insights like this. Today, our focus is on 3 common plant-based proteins. These aren't just beneficial for your overall health. They have demonstrated abilities to support joint function, lessen swelling, and help you reclaim a sense of your former self. We're not discussing expensive miracle cures or complicated health fads. These are straightforward, budget-friendly, real foods readily available at your local supermarket. So, if you're weary of merely managing arthritis symptoms and feel prepared to adopt small, yet meaningful, actions that can genuinely improve your quality of life, let's delve into our first powerhouse, lentils. Let's talk about lentils. Now, I understand that lentils might not immediately spark excitement. They aren't particularly glamorous, they don't arrive in eye-catching packages, and you likely won't see them featured prominently on trendy social media food accounts. But for anyone navigating the challenges of arthritis or caring for someone who is, this unassuming little legume could potentially become an invaluable ally. Lentils possess serious capabilities when it comes to diminishing joint pain, soothing inflammation, and providing your body with the essential nourishment it needs to feel better. What's more, they are incredibly economical, easy to locate in stores, and require no complex culinary skills. So what exactly makes lentils so beneficial for arthritis relief? Let's begin with the fundamentals. Protein. Your body requires protein for building and repairing tissues, including the muscles that provide crucial support to your joints. Here lies a common challenge. Many typical protein sources, such as red meat, can actually provoke increased inflammation within the body. That is precisely what you want to avoid when your joints already feel tender, swollen, or painful. Lentils, conversely, offer abundant protein without aggravating your symptoms. In fact, they can actively contribute to your feeling better. This is plant-derived protein that collaborates with your body's needs, rather than working against them. The advantages of lentils extend far beyond their protein content. They are also densely packed with magnesium, and this is a critical point. Magnesium is a nutrient that many individuals, particularly older adults, don't consume in sufficient quantities. Yet, it plays a vital role in how your body regulates inflammation. Imagine magnesium as your body's innate muscle relaxant. It aids in alleviating tightness surrounding your joints, decreasing stiffness, and, in some instances, can even help calm nerve-related pain. If you've experienced those mornings where your joints seem stubbornly resistant to loosening up, regardless of stretching, a lack of magnesium might be a contributing factor. Then there's potassium. Finding these tips helpful for managing joint discomfort? We'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe to Old Age Wisdom. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. Most people don't immediately associate potassium with arthritis, but its importance shouldn't be underestimated. Potassium assists your body in eliminating excess sodium. An overabundance of sodium, often consumed through processed foods, can lead to water retention, bloating, and increased swelling in your joints. If your hands or knees frequently feel puffy, excessive sodium could be the culprit. By ensuring adequate potassium intake, such as from lentils, you help your body naturally flush out that surplus salt and reduce swelling. Reduced swelling typically translates to reduced pain, It's a straightforward connection. Lentils also deliver a significant amount of fiber. You might be wondering about the connection between fiber and arthritis. Well, it's more significant than you might imagine. Abrupt spikes in blood sugar levels can actually intensify inflammation. When you consume meals that cause your blood sugar to surge, your body responds by releasing inflammatory chemicals. This translates to more joint pain, increased stiffness, and greater overall discomfort. Fiber, however, helps to slow down the rate at which your body absorbs sugar, promoting more stable blood sugar levels throughout the day. By incorporating fiber-rich foods like lentils into your diet, you provide your body with smoother, more balanced energy while simultaneously helping to protect your joints. Oh, and let's not overlook folate, also known as vitamin B9. Folate doesn't always receive the attention it deserves, but it plays a crucial role in lowering levels of homocysteine, an amino acid found in your blood. Elevated homocysteine levels have been associated with heightened inflammation and joint pain. The good news is that lentils are abundant in folate, and consuming them regularly can help maintain healthy homocysteine levels. It's one of those subtle, behind-the-scenes adjustments that can yield substantial long-term benefits. Now, perhaps you're thinking, this all sounds promising, but how do I actually incorporate lentils into my meals? The answer is simple, any way you prefer. Lentils are incredibly versatile and remarkably easy to prepare, even if you're not someone who particularly enjoys spending extensive time in the kitchen. You can easily add them to soups or stews, where they contribute texture and heartiness. You could prepare a simple lentil curry using garlic, onions, and your favorite spices. Alternatively, cook them, chill them, and toss them into a salad alongside chopped vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil. If you're aiming to reduce your meat consumption, lentils serve as an excellent filling for tacos, wraps, or even homemade vegetarian burgers. They readily absorb flavors, allowing you to season them according to your preference, whether savory, spicy, or even slightly sweet. Here's another advantage. Unlike some other beans and legumes, lentils do not necessitate overnight soaking. This makes them ideal for quick meal preparation. Simply rinse them, place them in a pot with water or broth, bring the mixture to a boil, and then let them simmer for approximately 20 to 30 minutes. It's that easy. Furthermore, they tend to be gentle on the digestive system, typically without causing uncomfortable bloating or heaviness after consumption. Want to enhance their arthritis-fighting potential even further? Combine lentils with other anti-inflammatory ingredients. Consider adding a handful of fresh spinach or kale, a sprinkle of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, which aids turmeric absorption, or even a splash of lemon juice. Each of these additions provides supplementary benefits for your joints. When you combine these ingredients, you're not just preparing a nutritious meal, you're actively providing your body with the specific tools it needs to combat pain and stiffness. It's important to recognize that small, consistent changes truly accumulate over time. You don't need to undertake a radical overhaul of your diet overnight. Begin by incorporating lentils into your meals a few times each week. This represents a low-cost, high-impact step towards improving how you feel. Honestly, sometimes it's the simplest foods, the ones we tend to overlook, that ultimately provide the greatest benefits. So, the next time you're navigating the grocery store aisles, don't just pass by the lentils. Pick up a bag, experiment with a new recipe, and observe how your body responds. When it comes to managing arthritis naturally, lentils genuinely punch above their weight. They do more than just satisfy hunger. They actively assist in reducing inflammation, nourishing your joints, and providing the strength needed to continue moving and engaging in life as you desire. It's easy to feel as though arthritis is dictating your life, as if your body is somehow working against you. However, foods like lentils serve as a reminder that we possess effective tools to fight back, and these tools don't necessarily originate from a pharmacy bottle. They can come from something as fundamental and potent as the food on your plate. Next up, let's discuss chickpeas, one of the most underestimated yet remarkably potent foods for arthritis relief. You might recognize them as the primary ingredient in hummus, or perhaps as those familiar round legumes often found in salads. However, chickpeas offer far more than just being a fashionable topping or a simple side dish. These small legumes are absolutely brimming with nutrients capable of helping reduce inflammation, alleviate joint pain, and bolster your overall health in a manner that feels both straightforward and sustainable. Honestly, Once you grasp the potential benefits chickpeas offer your body, particularly if you're contending with arthritis, your perception of them will undoubtedly change. Let's begin by examining what makes chickpeas so effective. Similar to lentils, chickpeas serve as an outstanding source of plant-based protein. If you're making an effort to limit red meat consumption, perhaps due to concerns about saturated fat or its potential to induce inflammation, chickpeas present an ideal substitute. The protein found in chickpeas aids your body in repairing and preserving muscle mass. This is particularly vital if you're older or if joint stiffness limits your mobility. Stronger muscles provide better support for your joints, resulting in less strain, reduced pressure, and ultimately, diminished pain. With chickpeas, you gain this support in a clean, plant-powered form, without simultaneously triggering additional inflammation. What truly distinguishes chickpeas is their abundance of polyphenol. Now, that term might sound somewhat technical, but its meaning is straightforward. Polyphenol are naturally occurring compounds that function as antioxidants within your body. They combat the harm inflicted by free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage your cells and provoke inflammation. If you have arthritis, it's highly probable that your body is grappling with oxidative stress, which can worsen your symptoms over time. This is where chickpeas prove beneficial. Their polyphenol actively work to safeguard your cells, calm inflammation, and furnish your body with a much-needed defense mechanism. It's akin to providing your joints with a protective shield each time you consume them. But the beneficial properties don't end there. Chickpeas are also a commendable source of vitamin C, which is crucial for a process many people overlook: collagen production. Collagen is the connective tissue that facilitates smooth joint movement. Think of it as the cushioning between your bones. Without sufficient collagen, this cushioning deteriorates, leading to feelings of stiffness, creakiness, and soreness. However, obtaining adequate vitamin C from foods like chickpeas enables your body to continue producing the collagen necessary for maintaining smooth, pain-free motion. You're not merely addressing the symptoms, you're actively assisting your joints in rebuilding from within. And yes, much like lentils, chickpeas are packed with magnesium, one of the most underappreciated minerals concerning joint health. Magnesium assists in relaxing muscles, calming the nervous system, and supporting bone strength, all factors profoundly important when managing arthritis. When your muscles are tense and overworked, your joints are forced to bear a heavier load. Magnesium helps release that tension, bringing a natural sense of ease to your body. It even contributes to better sleep, which can be a significant challenge for individuals living with chronic pain. When your body is well rested and your muscles are relaxed, your joints also receive a much-needed respite. Naturally, we cannot discuss chickpeas without acknowledging their fiber content. And yes, it is highly relevant. Fiber is essential for balancing blood sugar levels, and this extends beyond just energy levels or weight management. Elevated blood sugar levels directly cause inflammation in the body, plain and simple. When you consume refined carbohydrates or meals high in sugar, your body reacts by increasing inflammatory markers, which can exacerbate arthritis symptoms. Chickpeas, being naturally rich in fiber, helps slow the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. This promotes stable blood sugar throughout the day and aids in preventing those inflammatory surges. The more stable your blood sugar remains, the less inflammation you're likely to experience, and consequently, the better your joints will feel. Now for the enjoyable part. Chickpeas are incredibly versatile. Hummus, of course, is a classic, creamy, flavorful, and easily paired with everything from fresh vegetables to whole grain crackers. But don't limit yourself to just that. Chickpeas can be roasted with a touch of olive oil and seasoning for a crunchy, satisfying snack that is considerably healthier than potato chips. You can toss them into salads, incorporate them into stews or soups, or stir-fry them with vibrant vegetables and a pinch of turmeric, which, incidentally, is another potent anti-inflammatory spice. Chickpeas also form an excellent base for curries and fit seamlessly into grain bowls alongside quinoa, spinach, avocado, or sweet potatoes. Their flavor profile is mild, allowing them to readily adopt the taste of whatever seasonings or sauces you pair them with. If you enjoy baking, you might be surprised by how frequently you can incorporate chickpeas into recipes. Chickpea flour is a fantastic gluten-free alternative that performs well in breads, pancakes, and even cookies. You can blend whole chickpeas into brownie batter or mix them into a vegetable burger patty. There are numerous creative ways to utilize them. Furthermore, because they are so satiating, they help you feel full longer, which is advantageous if you're managing weight alongside arthritis symptoms. Another appealing aspect is that chickpeas are budget-friendly and widely available. There's no need to seek out specialty health food stores or spend excessively. You can purchase them dried in bulk or simply pick up a few cans during your regular grocery shopping. If you opt for the canned variety, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that convenience, just make sure to rinse them thoroughly to remove excess sodium. If you have a bit more time, cooking dried chickpeas from scratch at home is straightforward and can lead to even greater cost savings over time. Regardless of the method, you're obtaining significant nutritional value without straining your finances. So, how frequently should you consume chickpeas? Aim to integrate them into your meals a few times per week initially. Consistency yields greater benefits over time. Some individuals even enjoy them daily, and as long as your body tolerates them well, that is perfectly acceptable. Your joints will certainly appreciate the consistent supply of beneficial nutrients. Your digestive system will benefit from the fiber, and you might even notice your energy levels becoming more balanced. Living with arthritis can often feel like an uphill battle, as if your body is constantly engaged in a conflict you never chose. However, foods like chickpeas serve as a reminder that healing doesn't solely reside in the pharmacy. Sometimes, it originates from something as simple as a handful of legumes added to your evening meal. They may be small, but their contribution is powerful. Each bite represents an opportunity to reclaim a measure of control over your health. Therefore, the next time you're planning meals or browsing the grocery aisles, keep this in mind. Those unassuming little beige chickpeas are far more than just a side item. They are an anti-inflammatory powerhouse, filled with the precise nutrients your joints crave. Add them to your shopping cart, experiment with a few new recipes, and begin incorporating them regularly into your lifestyle. Your body, your budget, and your taste buds will all thank you. Now, let's proceed to the final component of our plant-powered trio for arthritis relief. And believe me, this one might catch you by surprise. We're discussing tofu. Yes, tofu. It evokes mixed reactions. Some people enjoy it, while others feel uncertain about how to prepare it. But if you are living with arthritis, or if someone you care about is, tofu could potentially become one of the most beneficial foods you incorporate into your diet. It isn't elaborate or flashy, but it is densely packed with the specific types of nutrients that help alleviate inflammation, safeguard your joints, and support your body in profoundly meaningful ways. So what makes tofu a valuable choice? Firstly, tofu is derived from soybeans, which represent one of the rare plant-based foods classified as a complete protein. This signifies that tofu encompasses all 9 essential amino acids your body requires for constructing and repairing tissues. Consider the implications. Your joints, muscles, and bones all rely on protein to maintain strength and functionality, particularly as we advance in age. When your muscles are well supported and healthy, they can more effectively bear physical loads, reducing the burden on your joints. When managing arthritis, every degree of support is significant. Tofu provides this support in a gentle, anti-inflammatory manner that animal-derived products sometimes cannot replicate. However, the benefits of tofu extend well beyond its protein content. Let's consider omega-3 fatty acids. You've likely heard about these healthy fats being excellent for cardiovascular health. Well, they are also incredibly beneficial for joint health. Omega-3s assist in reducing the body's production of inflammatory chemicals. This translates to less joint stiffness, reduced swelling, and diminished pain. While many associate omega-3s primarily with fish, tofu stands out as one of the very few plant-based sources of this crucial nutrient. Consequently, if you're aiming for a more plant-centric diet or prefer to avoid seafood, tofu offers a superb method for naturally obtaining the anti-inflammatory advantages of omega-3s. And there's more. Tofu is rich in calcium, a mineral widely recognized for its importance in maintaining strong bones. Here's something less commonly known. If you have arthritis, particularly osteoarthritis, it's not solely your joints that require attention. Your bones need care as well. Strong bones contribute to a more stable and balanced skeletal system, which helps alleviate pressure on the joints. Tofu serves as a dependable dairy-free source of calcium, making it ideal if you are lactose intolerant or simply trying to reduce dairy intake due to the inflammation it can occasionally trigger. Now, let's delve into an area where tofu truly excels. Many tofu brands are fortified with vitamin D, which collaborates synergistically with calcium to enhance bone strength and improve calcium absorption. Vitamin D's role isn't limited to bone health. It also influences immune function and the regulation of inflammation. A significant number of individuals, especially older adults, have low vitamin D levels without realizing it. This deficiency can potentially worsen arthritis symptoms. Therefore, obtaining some extra vitamin D through your tofu consumption is a wise and straightforward measure you can feel positive about. But we haven't finished exploring tofu's benefits yet. There's another group of nutrients in tofu deserving attention: isoflavones. These are natural plant compounds present in soy that exhibit estrogen-like activity in the body. And no, this doesn't imply they will disrupt your hormonal balance. In fact, research indicates that isoflavones may actually help reduce inflammation, enhance joint flexibility, and potentially lower pain levels in individuals with arthritis. Some studies observing populations with regular soy consumption have found correlations with better reported joint function and reduced stiffness, particularly in cases of rheumatoid arthritis. While not a miraculous cure, it represents yet another way tofu can support your body's inherent healing mechanisms. Perhaps you're wondering, how do I actually prepare tofu? Isn't it rather tasteless? That's a valid query. By itself, tofu possesses a neutral flavor profile, but this neutrality is precisely what renders it so adaptable. Tofu readily absorbs the flavors of whatever ingredients it's cooked with: garlic, ginger, soy sauce, chili flakes, lemon juice. The possibilities are extensive, and the preparation methods are equally varied: stir-frying, baking, grilling, or pan-searing for a crispy exterior. If you're new to cooking with tofu, consider starting with extra firm tofu. Pressing out the excess water and allowing it to marinate for about an hour before cooking significantly enhances its ability to soak up delicious flavors. Subsequently, incorporate it into a vegetable stir-fry, a curry dish, a salad, or even a wrap. You can achieve a crispy texture by baking it in the oven or simply toss it with a sauce on the stovetop. It offers remarkable flexibility. For those preferring a smoother consistency, try silken tofu. Its creamy texture blends beautifully into smoothies, soups, or even dairy-free desserts. Yes, you can indeed blend tofu into sauces, dips, or puddings, often without detecting its presence, while still reaping all the protein and anti-inflammatory benefits it provides. You can even substitute tofu for cream in certain recipes to reduce saturated fat content while simultaneously boosting nutritional value. Furthermore, tofu is generally affordable and readily accessible. You typically don't need to visit specialty health food stores or incur significant expense. Most supermarkets stock several varieties of tofu, ranging from silken to extra firm. Once you become accustomed to using it, it can easily become a staple in your weekly meal planning. Additionally, unopened tofu packages often have a reasonable shelf life, making it convenient to keep on hand for assembling quick meals. So, regarding frequency, if you tolerate soy well and have no allergies, consider incorporating tofu into your diet a couple of times per week as a starting point. Pair it with other anti-inflammatory foods such as turmeric, leafy green vegetables, or whole grains like brown rice and quinoa. By doing so, you provide your body with a comprehensive spectrum of healing nutrients, from protein and calcium to omega-3s, all achieved in a manner that is considerate of your budget, digestive system, and joints. Ultimately, living with arthritis can feel overwhelming. The persistent aches, the stiffness that impedes movement, the frustration of being unable to engage in activities you once enjoyed. It takes a toll. However, small, manageable changes, such as adding tofu to your meals, can make a substantial difference. It's not about achieving perfection. It's about making progress. It's about selecting foods that nourish your body, help reduce pain, and contribute to a greater sense of control. Tofu, despite its humble appearance, is one such food. Whether you're new to plant-based eating or have followed this path for some time, give tofu a chance. Experiment with preparation methods. Adapt it to your preferences, because sometimes the most effective remedies aren't found in a bottle, they reside in your kitchen. And tofu is one of the best-kept secrets for arthritis relief available. So, let's quickly summarize what we've discussed. If you're navigating the challenges of arthritis, keep these 3 plant-based protein powerhouses in mind: lentils, chickpeas, and tofu. Each is loaded with essential nutrients that actively help combat inflammation, offer protection for your joints, and contribute to an overall sense of well-being naturally. You don't necessarily need costly supplements or highly restrictive diets. Relief can often be found in simple, everyday foods that support your body's health from the inside out. Consider trying to add just one of these, lentils, chickpeas, or tofu, to your meals this week and pay attention to how your joints respond. Remember, small, consistent changes truly can lead to significant improvements over time. If you found this information valuable and helpful, please take a moment to hit that like button. It genuinely supports the Old Age Wisdom channel and helps others find this content. And please, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos offering practical tips and wisdom for navigating the later years. We would be delighted to hear your thoughts or experiences, so please leave a comment below. Let us know what you think or if you have any favorite ways to prepare these foods. Sharing this video with friends or family who might benefit would also be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching Old Age Wisdom today, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.